Well, hi there. How are you? Happy New Year and all that stuff. Merry Christmas and Happy Merry Christmas and Merry New Year's and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Oh, it's a very confusing time. What day is it? Where are we? What am I doing? I don't know. It's all very strange. Anyway, I've had this vacuum cleaner in this box, sat here in this room for 3 months, and it is finally time to open it. Oh, better crack on. Yeah, as I say, 3 months sat here in this room, and I'm like, oh yeah, should probably actually open it up now, because it's been a while. I can remember what it is. It's from the 90s, it's Japanese, and it's green. Can't remember which model it is. So it's as much a surprise for me as it is for you. So let's get into it, shall we? Quite well wrapped. Slice and slice and slice and slice and slice and slice and oh, don't fall over. If I put it down, actually, if I put it down like that, quite long, isn't it? It's a long old box. Right, that's one bit out of the way. I think I can extract it. I chop that. Oh, there we go. Do you know what? I can't even remember how much I paid for it. I think it was about 20 quid plus the postage. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, has that been born? Oh, that's interesting. Well, do you know what? I didn't expect to see that. Now, I remember on the eBay listing, there were pictures of it, but they weren't particularly good pictures of it. And I've just noticed a word here on the front of the machine that I've never seen before on one of these. But anyway, let me put it up and then you can see it. Oh, ta-da! Oh, look at that green, look at that 90s green going on there. So this is a Hitachi Powerhouse CV-780DC. Now I've got another one of these. It's in the garage. I don't know if it's older or younger, but it's not green, it's grey. It's like the two-tone grey. I think it's a 770D. I think. So if this is a 780, that means it's the generation after the one that I've got in the garage. So this one's slightly newer. I don't think we get any clues on this as to its actual age. It just says vacuum cleaner, model CV-780DC, nominal power 900, maximum power 1000 watts, 6.3 amps, made in Singapore, manufacturing number S5940. So that gives us absolutely no clue whatsoever to the machine's age. We might find a date stamp in there, a bit of a scratch on the front. But I've always rather liked these, if I'm completely honest with you. I'm not entirely sure why I left it 3 months in its box, because they are actually quite cool machines. Quite well made, perform well. Don't usually have any particular issues, bar one, and that was this, the brush rolls, and that is very, very stiff. As you can see, I can barely turn that. The motor might actually be seized, or it could be the brush roll itself, but kind of hard to tell. But yeah, the brush rolls on these were a real weak point. When we turn it on shortly, we'll see if it spins. Not the end of the world if it is knackered, that brush roll, because I believe I have a spare one upstairs in the workshop, although that might be for the 1980s version, which I think had a slightly wider track. Not entirely sure on that, don't hold me to it. So just to explain the ranges of these. They were always a trio of these machines, going back to I think something like 1984, 1985, when the first of the Powerhouse series arrived. I think they were 740, possibly 740. I think they were 740, and they were grey. They like a two-tone grey. Then the second generation was all black. I think they were the 760, and then they went into this style with the 770, and then I think this was the last version, the 780. So there's like 4 generations of these Hitachi Powerhouse uprights, and then they were replaced by a really weird machine which I had once and I wish I'd kept, but I scrapped it and took the motor out of it. So we do have a spare motor. If this motor's toast, then we do have a spare motor too. Hitachi were quite clever because they only ever did like a trio of them. So for each generation of machine, there was a trio. There was the D, the DC, and the DP. Now, I'm more than happy with the D. Love the D because it's basic, it's simple, and the one of the garages, as I say, is the 770D. Which is just, as I say, the basic machine. There's no bells or whistles on it. The mid-range model was the DC, and DC means it has the cord rewind on it, the flex winder. And then the top of the range was the DP. Now, people love a bit of DP. That's fine. If you like DP, you go for it. But they were unusual. You didn't normally see many DP machines. Yeah, so sorry, I'm just thinking about DP, and yeah, the most common one you saw was the D. If you looked around, you'd find the D. DC, middle of the range, they're only like £10 or £20 more expensive than each other. So like the D was £89, the DC was £99, the DP was £109. It was like that range, you know, they did a low, medium, high range. If you wanted the luxury, you went for the DP. If you just wanted to get it done, you went for the D. Simple as that. So this is a mid-range DC model. If I swing it around, you'll see here, oh, cable rewind. Unusual on 90s uprights. Oh, that needs a service. Ta-da! We are missing a tool here. We have the all-purpose tool up here. We have the crevice tool here. And this one, as I say, it's interesting because on the front it has written, so Hitachi Powerhouse stair cleaning system, CV-780DC, but then underneath that it says exclusive. Now I do like an exclusive. I love an exclusive, but why does that say exclusive? Now that kind of like a clue. If you think back to what Hoover did back in the day, their exclusive machines were like for the electricity boards or the catalogues or the co-op, these special run editions of their machines. But I have never seen a Hitachi Powerhouse with the word exclusive written on it. So that is interesting, and I wonder if I have stumbled somewhat across a particularly rare one. Possibly. As I say, I can't remember ever seeing a green one previously, but who knows? Do you guys know? If you guys know, you tell me. We have the usual typical Hitachi bag there. That was the style that they always used, going back to the CV-50D from 1981. They all had that style bag. So very easy to get bag replacements. I don't think this has been treated particularly well. If you look at the filter, that is absolutely covered. It's like thick with dust, so that's not good. I do remember these are a particular pain in the ass to get into. It's been a long time since I've taken one apart, and I remember that you do have to have the security screws, the security driver for it, and Oh, there's an exhaust filter in here, in this little panel. It just so happens I have a tiny screwdriver here. I wonder if I can hook it out with this. Let's have a look. Can I get it? I think it's shrunk over time. Oh, yes, there we go. Oh, okay, well, it's just half. It's just half a filter that, because it's sponge, is falling apart. And again, you can see it's covered in dust, covered in filth. Is the rest still in there? Shall I have a look? Can't actually see in this light. No, I can't see it, so I assume that that's all we have left of that filter. That's fine, we can pop a new one in. Let me get this bag back in place. These bags can be finicky. Oh, actually, I think that's broken. Oh yeah, that's a bugger, isn't it? So up here, you can just about see it on the camera, there's a little latch just there, and that should have another piece on it, but the piece that holds the bag in place has actually broken off, so the bag is not going to stay on there. That's a pain, isn't it? What are we going to do about that? I've got absolutely no chance of... Oh, hang on. Ooh, yeah. Well, it is kind of on, but it's not on very well. Now, it's definitely broken, sadly. Ugh, God, it's very, very dusty. I can probably bodge something onto that, so all is not lost. I'm just going to have a quick look. So there is a date marking here. You wouldn't be able to see it on the camera because it's kind of like it's stamped into the bag door, but it's like a grid that says A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, all the way to M, and then 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I were to have a guess at this, I would say 1995. Yeah, that would be my estimation for the age of this. If you know different, then please tell me. I might go and have a look in the Argos books online actually and see if there's any reference to this particular machine. It could be an Argos model. It could be that. I mean, that exclusive could be the fact that it is an Argos machine. It's entirely possible. Ooh, we have a sticker up here as well. Kenby's Domestic Appliance Repairs. It was a Hoover Service Centre. Unfortunately, it's been scraped across the front of it. Possibly painting. Yeah, possibly. Not entirely sure, but could have been. Shall we plug it in? Shall we see if this works? Shall we see if that brush roll spins? Because I am slightly doubtful as to whether it's going to run. Is it? That's off, I think. I think that's off. Don't hold me to it. I'm just going to flick the switch from over here because I can't be sure. That is off. Okay. Right. Shall we give it a go? Shall we see what happens? Ooh! Ooh. Well, that doesn't sound good, does it? That sounds bloody awful. It's trying to turn the brush roll. I think the brush roll is actually knackered, unfortunately, because it feels really tight and really rough. And generally what happens with these is that the bearings get stuffed up with crap in them, and they have a, how do I describe it? So the bearing is within a plastic holder, and then the plastic holder goes into the brush roll, and obviously as all the shit gets stuck in the brush roll ends, it gets hotter and hotter and hotter, and then the plastic of the bearing holder melts, and then that melts the brush roll plastic, which then actually just ruins the entire brush roll. So that's obviously what's happened to this. Well, I say obviously, that's my theory as to what's happened to this. It doesn't sound like it's been used for a very long time because the bearings are very tight on that motor. I think it's savable though, which is good. I just got to take it apart, and as I mentioned, it is covered in security screws, and they are a pain. They are such a pain. They're all like round the back here, and they're all down. Yeah, there's one right there. I can see it right in my face, looking at me, taunting me. Right there, that little mother right there is a pain. Let's have a look. No, see the light in this room is really bad, so I can't see anymore. But from what I remember, yeah, they're all in there taunting me. It says, interestingly, on the front as well, as I mentioned to you, stair cleaning system. But this hose, I mean, it's very much akin to a Hoover Turbo Power 2 hose, where it just kind of, oh, that's stuck. That's really stuck in there. Come on. Oh, I can't even get it out. Oh, jeez. Oh, there we go. Got it. Bloody hell. That was tight. But this is only a double stretch hose. So how is that? Look, that's about it. That ain't going to clean many stairs, is it? So how have they gotten away with saying stair cleaning system? I think that's a bit of a cheek, actually. That's a bit of a cheek, Hitachi, saying that, because I don't think it's true. Unless the machine came with a separate hose that you could plug into that hose and then run up your stairs with it. But I don't think they did. I don't remember ever seeing that. So there we go. That's it for this video. Just wanted to unbox this machine. I'm quite glad I did, actually, because it's actually more interesting than I thought it was going to be. It does present a challenge, certainly. Trying to get this working properly again, is going to be interesting. And you know what? We might do a video on it. We might take it to the workshop and I might film it, and then you can see inside. You can see the brush roll. We will attempt to fit a new brush roll to it, or potentially save this one. That might be doable. And you can also see me struggling with those security screws, and I'm not looking forward to that in any way, shape or form. But yeah, pretty cool. Hitachi Powerhouse CV-780DC. There we go. Thank you ever so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. If you've got any more information on this particular vacuum cleaner, please do let me know in the comments below. I would be very, very grateful on that. You guys have a wonderful new year, and I'll see you many, many more times in 2024. See you soon. Bye.